We'll get into those in a second, but I did want to react to a couple of things that you said there, right? You said after two, which is right now Emerson, there's a cluster of guys and you can choose to order them in a bunch of different ways. I just want to, I would add that I think that points to and underlines the quality of impact talent as opposed to there not being a clear third, fourth, fifth guy. Like there's a ton, especially as you mentioned, of really good college hitters in the mix there. Something else you pointed out, Jeremy, which I wanted to touch on. Bad day to be an AL Central team for a couple of reasons. First of all, the White Sox, even though they had the best odds of securing the number one pick, you would have to consider them one of the two or three biggest winners of the draft lottery because they're going to get their shot at the consensus number one guy. The Kansas City Royals moved from 16th to 6th, which is going to add somewhere in the realm of $2.5 to $3 million to their bonus pool. I think something we haven't talked about a ton, just given our focus on the Twins, is how much better they are operating and executing on player development in recent seasons. Their farm system's a lot stronger. Their development has gotten a lot better. And the Twins dropping, obviously, not super far, but good day for other AL Central teams not named the Minnesota Twins, which is kind of a bummer. Okay, so why don't we talk a little bit about Roch Cholowsky, because after this, we're going to forget his name and never speak of him again until he's hitting home runs against the Twins in the AL Central in the near future. But I did want to talk, Jeremy, about a little bit about what the Twins are missing out on here, because I think it's worthwhile. And it is unusual. You mentioned him potentially going wire to wire. That's pretty unusual in a draft class, but I think you're right. I think that's how this is going to shake out. And I guess I want your take on whether you think he's a lock to the White Sox. And also there's a couple of questions that came in around some Cholowsky variables I want to throw your way. But consensus top guy in the class entering spring, just well-rounded every aspect of his game. He's patient, contact rate north of 80%, 90% end zone, max 113 exit velocity. I mean, it's just an incredibly well-rounded offensive skill set. Outstanding defender at short, pretty much a lock to stick there. Draws rave reviews for his leadership skills. He's been called the best college shortstop prospect in 2 decades by MLB Pipeline. So certainly seems like a lock to go number one, but there's questions that have come up, and I'm going to throw one your way from Raphael, who says, how would a Roch Cholowsky injury impact his draft stock? Any chance that a major injury could enable him to fall a little bit in July next year?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the footnote, right, or the asterisk is he will be number one, barring a catastrophic injury, and that I would say if he tore his ACL, he still goes number one, right? And so it would have to be something even more catastrophic, because I think, I mean, if you project this, and I'm not saying he's Bryce Harper, but that's kind of the last hitter that would fit the same profile, right? Wire to wire, prep guy, not a prep guy, but had all the stuff as a prep. He's probably, at this point in time, if I'm a White Sox fan, I would say he's the favorite to be to be an opening day starter in 2027. And he then puts himself in a position, if he continues at the rate that he's progressing, puts them in a position to get another draft pick, right? They don't even use Bobby Witt's name when comparing him. They talk about Grady Emerson being more in that realm, but the fact that Cholowsky should very easily go on, could very easily be a starting shortstop, and will, whenever he debuts, be in the conversation to be the rookie of the year and make his team some extra potentially get an extra pick, which is extra money, which only adds to things. So I mean, it's kind of the gift that gives on. And I do think, yeah, there are circumstances that he could not go on, but they're not. There would be, it would be an uncommon type of thing.